Finally, I'm starting to look like an anime character. Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Sumed. Today's video is going to be all about perfectionism. Now, a lot of my clients and patients and coachees have asked me about this, and students, right? I don't know what to call you guys. You guys are Padawans, right, to me. And they've asked me this question around perfectionism and how perfectionism actually stops somebody's flow state. Let's get it today.
Yeah. I'm inspired.
Hey there, guys. My name is Sumed Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today, I'm talking about how to deal with your perfectionism. Okay, let's get started. The first thing you got to understand that as a high performer, you're bound to meet imperfection. Let me say that again. As a high performer, you're bound to meet imperfection. It's just a part of it. Now, perfectionism is a double-edged sword because on one hand, it can improve your performance to a certain level. Okay, when you take it too far, then it can't. So, on the other side, you also have this complete counterproductivity. Let me say that again. Counterproductivity, okay? Which means that the actions and the thoughts that you're taking are counterproductive to you actually getting it perfect. This is really about channeling a strength. It's not about going towards a lower motivation. The best thing that I can remind you is the same thing that I'd tell someone with anxiety. Take some pressure off yourself. Take some pressure off yourself. There's too much stress and too much pressure. There's pressure and then there's secondary pressure that you give yourself, because you're painting the storyline of what that stress means to you. Because really, you got to ask yourself, like, am I using my time wisely? And oftentimes, like, I've known perfectionists not to struggle based on themselves, but also based on how other people treat them, right? Because maybe they're more imperfect or they have their flaws, and this ideal of flawlessness tends to become a projection onto everybody that we see. So you got to really ask yourself, what is important in your life? Is your health important? Is your finances important? Is having time with your family important? What is really important to your life? And that's going to be different for everybody. But whatever that is for you, you got to understand that, hey, sometimes my perfection has to take a back seat so I can be happier and concentrate on what's more important. One thing I'd say is just create a checklist, okay? Don't go into this endless wandering in your mind, because if perfection is all the way here and we're striving, right, to get there, perfectionism is infinity and we are merely a number trapped in this stream. But once you can check something off and you're like, it's done, you feel that sigh of relief as a perfectionist. You go, finally. Okay? But this is really about optimizing your own energy, okay, throughout the day. Are you giving too much energy to other people's concerns or things outside of your control? Are you focusing on things that you can control? Or are you focusing on things that you can't control? Okay? You can control your response to somebody else, but you can't control how somebody else changes their belief system just for you. Where in your life do you see a need for perfectionism around you? Catch these triggers. Let's say you walk into a store and you see that a picture frame is slightly crooked and it keeps taking your attention away. Okay? That is your dojo. You practice maintaining a sovereignty and being with yourself, being with your own energy, and say that has nothing to do with me. That's crooked. That's their store. They're maintaining their standard. You speak to yourself like this because you understand that you have a different standard. Give them permission to call you out on your cognitive distortions. Okay? The bullshit in your mind that is not accurate, that is not true. Simply not true. Okay? I definitely hope my mother's watching this video. I know that she is, because she needs to. Avoid getting into this mentality that overthinking means that I'm problem solving. in my mind, okay? You're not problem solving. You're going in circles or cycles in your mind. When your mind is like going on this rabbit hole of perfectionism, you need to find a way to twist out of that or escape that paradigm by looking for distractions, by looking for things that get you back into feeling good and being in a very positive mood or a positive state of mind. So you've got to actually change your mentality when it's going into this very negative place of it's not good enough, I can't make it work like this, it's not going to be like the right way that I want it to be, and you're stressing yourself out with this self-dialogue. Instead, you give yourself reassurance. They're there. It's going to be okay. Just take a deep breath. Just that. Just taking a deep breath throughout the days where you feel like you're trying to match this ideal. I don't need to meet society's standards. I need to meet my own standards. And maybe you're measuring using a wrong ruler. You're using somebody else's ruler to measure your own success. This will get you feeling terrible about yourself. So now, you decide what it means to be the best version of you. Not the best version of like Grant Cardone or the best version of Michael Beckwith. No, the best version of you. Or maybe you are those people watching this video right now. Maybe sometime in the future, who knows? This is the thing, I'm not even worried about my competition. I'm not focused on that. You see? You gotta focus on you and what makes you shine. And it's definitely not an unrealistic expectation, because that's really what it is. Okay? In your own mind, you have it crystal clear how you want the image to turn out, and it turns out maybe sloppily or some other way than the norm in your mind. Okay? There's a little bit of a leniency process, a flexibility between what's in your mind and what shows up in reality. The same thing I'd say for if you're manifesting. If you're trying to micromanage your manifestations, how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? You're going to overwhelm yourself and you're getting yourself back into your identity, in your ego again, right? You're getting trapped by the storyline that you're setting for yourself. So instead, you can just focus on what you really want and focus on that instead, keeping it short. Thank you, incredible people. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it.